Hi. So CAT is over, or CAT 2021 is over. So here you go with the analysis. All right. So before I go for the analysis, so if you write any exam, always you feel that you would have done something more. आप जितना भी लिखा है लगता है कि उससे भी अच्छा होना चाहिए, right? So it is always true for every exam in your life. Fine. So don't worry on all this. What you need to do is, what is the next step ahead? I need to carry it forward. Of course, this analysis will help you a little bit to understand where you can be, right? But otherwise, right? So life has to move on. So you have to carry on with the things, right? So let's start with the things. I'll just talk about three slots with respect to number of questions. Number of questions are same, I know it, and difficulty level. And of course, I'll be talking about the effect of the change happened. So that's very important. And what is the suggested cutoff for, say, 99 percentile, or maybe what will be the suggested cutoffs, suggested marks or cutoffs, right? So all those things will be discussing. So here you go. With respect to slot number one. Yeah. So slot number one, I'm talking about slot number one over here, right? So the number of questions are same in all the three slots. VARC is 24 questions, DILR is 20 questions, and QA is 22 questions, right? So this part is same, totally 66 questions, right? And total 66 means 66 into 3, it will be 198 marks, right? If you look at VARC part, I'm just putting this way, RC, it will be, it is difficult. If you say RC, VARC part in all the three sections are similar. The VA part, verbal ability part means para jumble and all those things. Those are medium. I'm not telling very difficult, but it's not very easy also, right? Easy part. So, but RC, as usual, you have got one RC is difficult, or maybe two RCs are difficult, and two RCs are moderate, and one easy, one moderate, this kind of thing. So here it is difficult or moderate type of situation. So difficult, medium, I have just put over there. DILR is, there are some sets which are easy, can be solved easily. Some sets are a little bit difficult. So overall, it is an easy medium. QA is very, very balanced. As always in CAT, you get balanced things. Right, so QA is always balanced on. It is a medium. So that means there will be some questions which are very easy, some are moderate, some are a little bit lengthy or difficult. Right. So this is for slot one. Slot 2, almost similar, but if you look carefully, this is changed, right? So VARC is difficult or medium, and in between difficult and medium. But if you look that, this is actually increased. The DILR level is increased a little bit. So it is as per the feedback I have got from test takers, my students, and all those, right? So this is how the things are. And if you look at a QA, it is my medium. So QA more or less is the same side, but it was a little bit lengthy. Can I say a little bit lengthy in that case? Right, a little bit lengthy. It is for slot two. And let's talk about slot three. It is once again VARC is similar, medium and difficult. Right. So DILR is medium difficult. So it is actually increased, right? So it is increased, and QA more or less on the same side. So if you look carefully, the slot wise, first slot to second slot to third slot, the difficulty level is increased a little bit, right? So that is one thing you need to keep in mind. Another important thing you have to keep in mind is with respect to the effect, right? So let's look at the effects. What are the effects over here with respect to the change in pattern? So change in patterns, the first thing I can put forward is, yeah. So number of questions reduced, right? Right. So The effect of this, as far as me is concerned, what I can understand and what is my analysis is, the effect of this is huge, right? Why it is huge? I'll just tell you why. Right. Along with that, there is a time also. Time is 40 minutes, so time is also less. Right. So time I'll just tell you separately. So number of questions, why it is important? Because see, if the number of questions, reduction of two questions and four questions, it looks very small, but it is quite big. Why? The reason is that if you look at say DILR section, so there are four, it would have been five sets, right? So that means so number of options to choose the sets is reduced, right? So if there are four sets now, if one is difficult, another is medium difficult, so it is very tough situation as a test taker to perform well over there. If by chance if you pick the first set is difficult or medium to difficult, right? So in that case, what you need to understand is that if the number of questions are less, so you have less chance of exploring other questions or sets. Okay, so it is very important as far as data interpretation is concerned. LRDI section, it should affect a lot as far as what I feel, right? And in QA section also it will be affecting a lot, right? Because the less number of options or less number of options means I'm talking about options to pick questions, right? If you are reducing, so that means there is always a increase in the pressure if you are not able to solve one question or if you are skipping one question, right? So that actually will be uh, affecting a lot. What I feel that that will be affecting a lot, and that will reduce the cutoffs also at times, right? So that is one part. Acha. So this is one. Second is uncertainty. What happened over here is uncertainty, right? So here the test takers were not knowing how many questions will be coming. So test takers are knowing then only when he or she started taking the test. So when there is an uncertainty, always there is a, if you look at the history of CAT, right? When there is a change of pattern, when there is uncertainty, in all the cases, the cutoffs went low, right? It is actually went it went low. The reason, see, it's a very common thing. When I know everything, right? Yeah, so then it's absolutely okay. If I know the road, if I know the route, if I know that this is the road and this road is like this, so I can very well drive the road comfortably. But if I don't know the road, so what happens? I need to be slow, right? So this also affects a lot as far as the performance of aspirants are concerned. It was uncertain how many questions are there, right? And you know it is uncertain message uncertain. You never know what is there. So there's always a shock, or I can say, or shock type of thing, right? So that's one part. And the third thing is the duration of the test. Duration of the test, if you just stay, if you don't consider the previous year, right? uh, Prior to that, duration was 1 hour, 1 hour and 1 hour, right? So and now it is 40 minutes. Now why duration is affecting the performance? What I feel is duration affects the performance a lot, because the duration should be a little bit more or little bit more reasonable, so that students or aspirants can perform well. Why I'm telling this? See, by chance, if I stuck up in a question, right, by chance, right, and then I have invested 5 minutes and I could not do anything, right? So I have a very less chance or very less duration left to recover the mess up, right? So if the duration is less, I have very uh, duration to come back, to fight back. So that part is very less. The duration or the time to come back is very less, right? So if it is 1 hour, so that means okay, I have lost 5 minutes, so I can come back well and then I can do it fast, right? So those things are also very important, right? So considering all these things, what I feel is cutoff will be low or lower with respect to CAT 2020 also, right? So CAT 2020 cutoffs went low, and 2021 also, I feel that it will be a little bit lower than the reference of 2020, right? So, and what I feel somewhere around, in general, if I say, with respect to 2020 cutoffs, right? 2021 cutoffs with respect to different benchmarking of percentiles will be maybe somewhere around 8 to 10 marks lower, right? If you translate into marks. So here is my analysis with respect to the expected cutoff. I'm just putting this way that expected cutoff with respect to 99 percentile. So I'm just talking about 99 percentile slot one. Slot one, what I feel it will be somewhere around say 12 to 13 questions, means equivalent to 12 to 13 questions. Here is almost like 10, 11 questions. Here it is once again 11, 12 questions somewhere, right? So slot one, for a 99 percentile, I feel the cutoff will be somewhere around 94 to 98 marks. All right. So, as you know that the level of difficulty has gone up slot wise, so it actually will go down, right? So if you look at VARC, it will be on the similar line, more or less. It goes low. It is a little bit low. QA more or less on the same side. QA was a little bit lengthy, so I can put maybe QA will be a little bit dangerous. Or overall cutoff, if you say that it will be a little bit low with respect to slot one, right? And if you look at slot 3, VRC on the same level, DILR was a little bit more difficult, so I'm just putting a little bit low. QA is more or less on the same line. Okay, but overall, if you say it will be less, 90 to 95 marks can be somewhere around 99 percentile. Remember, total is 198 marks, right? So that is how more or less the situation is. What I feel is something like this. Okay. Now, one thing you need to keep in mind that CAT is one of the exams. Just focus on other exams and do well over there, right? Because if you are writing IFT, so that is there. If you are writing SNAP, if you're writing ZAT and other exams, so do well and come back and practice hard, right? I have already uploaded another uh, video with respect to strategy for IFT. You can watch that also, right? So if you are liking the session, so please like it, and you can subscribe my channel. You'll be getting more and more free material, I can say, right? And I have vast experience with respect to CAT coaching or CAT training, right? So you can subscribe my channel and get the maximum out of this, right? And please click on the bell icon so that you can get information of my further sessions, right? And do well. All the best for your next MBA entrance examinations, right? So do well. All the best.